Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Amber and today I'm going to be talking about probably a fairly well-known beast, I guess if you want to call it that. It's been popularized in books, in movies, and just in folklore in general, mostly with the British Isles, and that is the black dog. I could probably make like a 2-hour video on the black dog and all of the sightings that have occurred and the things that come with it and all of that kind of stuff. So we're gonna look at this video as like a black dog 101. So I'm just gonna kind of go over what the premises behind them, what they're thought to be, and some of the names that they are called throughout history. For me personally, I love black animals. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. I have 2 black cats in the house. I always wanted a black dog, and not just for the significance of scaring people because of this folklore, but just because I thought they were such beautiful animals. A black dog, in terms of this history, is a nocturnal apparition that is often said to be some form of a shapeshifter, and they're usually associated with the devil. They're thought to potentially be hellhounds or just ghosts. Mostly a signifier of death. A lot of legends say that if you see a black dog for whatever reason, death is coming to you or somebody that you know. And it's very, very, very popular to hear these stories. One of the most famous books that is about black dogs is The Hounds of Baskerville. They're said to be larger than a normal dog, and they often have glowing eyes. Now, they've also been associated with electrical storms, and they're also seen a lot of the times at crossroads, at execution sites, or ancient pathways. They've also been said to be seen in cemeteries, although people have a little bit of a discrepancy between if the black dog and the church grim are actually the same thing. It's kind of a cool thing in a way. I'm not saying it's completely cool that they are somehow foretellers of death. It's very uncertain where this creature actually originated from. Some people believe it was Celtic tradition, some people believe it was Germanic, and just it appears everywhere throughout European mythology, period. No matter where you go in Europe, they all have some form of this creature. There are many, many, many different names. Bear with me if I actually pronounce some of these right or wrong. So the big typical one is the black dog. They are also known as a shuck, a burgest, a church grim, a freybug, Gabriel hounds. I'm not even going to attempt with the Welsh name for them because that's just asking for trouble. A guy trash, a girt dog, hairy jack, padfoot, striker, and just a lot of other things. So that's kind of where you can see how it just transcends all of the mythology out there. And that's just the names for it in England. So if you think about all of those names and then you look into what they're called in Cornwall and Scotland and Wales and the Isle of Man and mainland Europe and Latin America and Native American cultures and just that kind of thing, it has many different names, but it all brings the same thing. Which also leads me to say that they've also somehow considered Cerberus a black dog as well, so that's kind of how Greek gets thrown in there. And just that they are guardians of the underworld in some way, shape, or form. A lot of the time, they're seen as guardian dogs, and especially in the States, they are seen as forebearers of danger. So if you see a black dog in the States, they suggest that you turn around and go back wherever you came from, because wherever the direction the dog came from, something is going to happen. So I think it's really just up to the interpretation of the person who's seeing the dog in the first place, really. You could potentially think that the dog is a bad omen. You could think that it's warning you against something and maybe saving your life. And I think it also comes down to the perception that the person has in everyday life with a black dog. I mean, there's also the superstitions of like a black cat crossing your path is bad luck, which depending on who you are, you believe or don't believe. So I think if in the long run you're okay with black animals, you think they're really cool, you think that they're wonderful, that there's nothing wrong with them and that kind of thing, you're probably less likely to view a black dog as a bad thing, really. Unless there's like all of these other circumstances closing in on you to be like, nope, this was definitely a bad omen. I'm going to get out of here. Or I'm going to be really worried for everybody that I know. I'm not really sure where else to go with this because I could go into a lot of detail and I don't want to particularly bore you guys. If you want a video describing each instance of a black dog in detail, so it's more of like, this is about the black dog of Newgate, and this is about the black dog of Northrop, and like that kind of thing, then I would be definitely down to do a video like that. I think there's just so many potential videos to come out of this that it would be really hard to cover the black dogs as a whole in one video itself. Now, I know at some point in all of this, I saw my roommate grin from ear to ear because I did mention Padfoot. So if you really want to go into some more deep Harry Potter-ness and world, that is where Padfoot got his name, because he is a black dog and they feel that he is an omen of bad news. So that's kind of where that whole thing ties into, if you wanted a little insight to that. I think that is where I'm going to leave it off for today. Like I said, if you want to hear more about black dogs and hear about certain instances specifically, please leave a comment down below. I would love to do more on this subject for you guys. If you liked my video, give it a thumbs up. And please, if you haven't already, subscribe, turn on the notifications, because I do upload a video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I can't wait to see you guys again. Have a good night.